Ah, so first visit out for the year, and we've done the first little bit of a walkthrough, and so far nothing real damaged. Got a grill knocked over, and we don't use that one that much anymore anyway, so probably should take that out and get it recycled. But all the buildings are still standing, and nothing seems to be tampered with. Haven't been up since December 28th. A little bit of snow still left on the ground here, a couple inches or so. And we put the International on the battery charger, and opened up the cabin, take a look around. And now we're gonna take the chainsaws out, knock a couple trees down before the leaves show up on them, and then we'll take the tarps off. Thing is, we didn't really need it this year. We put those down so we don't have 3 feet of snow. We never had 3 feet of snow this year, at least not one time. This is the winter that wasn't for us. Seemed like the most snow that we got down here at one time was about a foot, and yeah, it seemed to melt off before you got another foot. I'm not sure what the snow total is for this year, but I'm betting it was under 6 feet or so, and a lot of melt-offs occurred during that time. So it never really built up. Where it was about 5 years ago, 4 years ago, that we got 27 feet for the winter total. So this isn't too bad. Yeah, down the valley, snow's all gone. It's just at about this height and higher on the hills that you see the snow. So let me start getting ready to cut some wood. We got the first tree down. Oh, that's 18-incher maybe, 2 foot. It's a big tree. Kind of didn't fall exactly where we want. About a foot over really. So we lost the cherry tree, but that's an acceptable loss. Time for me to get my saw out and start doing some liming. We dropped one more. This was a curly one that wrapped around this pine tree that's right in the front here. So we tied a rope to it to get it to fall where we wanted. Fell right along the other tree, which is nice. We're gonna cut that one up, and then we'll clear the brush out, toss it down the hill in the valley. By the time we're done with that, we have batteries charging for the screwdrivers, so you can take the tarps down. Beyond that, there's 3 more trees I want to take, but we're not going to do them today. One is this big one right here. It's rotten pretty much the whole way, so that should be fun to knock down. But we want to save the apple tree that's running right next to it. So we're probably going to put a come along on it and try to pull it down the valley and do it that way, but we're not going to do it today. And then back there are 2 more leaners. They're probably on a 10-degree lean. We want to get rid of those. As we're moving this poplar line back, all the poplars pretty much gone from over here. There's a couple big ones back over this general direction. But yeah, what we're leaving is mostly cherry, like that one. We broke a cherry over here. Maple. Apple trees like this one here, which we topped off last year because our apple trees get real stringy, and we topped this one, and it's doing a nice job of filling the top out, creating a nicer tree. And then we noticed something we want to keep, like right over here we got an oak that we noticed last year, so we're keeping that. It's a little bit close to the buildings, but it's an oak. It should grow straight and tall, and be a good tree. So it's a little sucker. And 50 years from now, I'll tell my kids I remember when the oak was a little sapling. But There's not a lot of oak on this plateau. We have one way over there. That's a nice straight white oak tree, but not a lot of oak around here. So when we see it, we like to keep it. And then from last year's transplanting of the hemlocks, we transplanted about a half a dozen, maybe 7 or 8, and we lost one more over the winter, but 5 of them have taken and are still nice and green and good looking trees. So sometime this spring we'll go back over to the sapling honey hole and bring some more over and try to create a hemlock berm along this ridge way in the back. There's a couple spotty ones here and there through here. This will just be filling it in. Okay, back to work. Okay, so we did a little perimeter walk. Walked some of the trails and cleaned up branches and stuff. We got to get the chainsaw up there. We're all out of bar oil, so we got to stop on the way back and pick up a couple gallons. Otherwise we would have done a little bit more work. The reason I'm over here is this is going to be where we're going to build a guest cabin this year. We're not sure what size, but in this general vicinity we've already scraped the ground. We're probably going to get rid of one of these trees. And yeah, I see we have an X on the pin cherry straight ahead, maybe the tree to the right. We'll get rid of that too probably, and that'll give us a good amount of room. From my place it's a 400-500 feet, so we give them a little bit of privacy. It's right next to the outhouse, but it'd be a good location. It's not too far, it's a couple hundred feet from my father-in-law's place. But for the next couple of weeks, it's going to be mostly tree removal. Get it done now before the leaves start popping. Yeah, there's, like I said, the trees right ahead that we can take out. There's about 4 right here. There's a lightning strike cherry right over here we can take out. Standing dead trees in the area. And then there's a lightning strike cherry, a big one that's in the back. Straight ahead from where I am, about 200 feet straight ahead, and it's still alive, but half of it has got no bark on it, so it's half dead, half alive. I think we're going to take it out, and that one tree right there will probably give us a couple cord of wood. My father-in-law's down to about a cord at his place. I have a couple cord in my wood storage area, enough so that all the poplar that we cut today won't be used for probably 3 years. By the moment we use it, because I have at least 2 full cord, and I only use half a cord a year at most. This past year it wasn't even that because of the weather. But like I said, for this year's project, building this guest cabin right here will be it. Probably 18 by 18-ish. 1 floor, maybe a sleeping loft for kids. Porch maybe facing towards the little valley that's straight ahead, or something. Be parking so they can pull right up to it, no problem. Should be nice. It'll be 3 season. We'll put a wood stove in it, but I'm not really planning on insulating it. I think I might leave the inside all exposed, and see how that works. Maybe in a couple of years. We can box it in a little bit more, but that'll keep it cheap. More like a shed with bunks. We're going to turn the water on, but I think we're going to wait a week or 2 and see what the weather is. If we don't have to turn the heat on at all, it'll save heating oil. And we won't have to. We can keep that for the fall. By turning it off, he saved about $500 over the winter, and we'll see what leaks when we turn it back on again. This is the first time we've ever done this. What else? Projects at my place, getting the 2 rain barrels, the 250-gallon barrels hooked up, plumbed, have a pump installed, water filter, all that jazz. That's going to be this year, so I can get the sink done. I get instant hot water on the outside wall. I want to get that done this year. do some more trim work on the inside, some shelves and things like that. But my big project for my place will be the water. So between the two of those things, I imagine that'll take up most of my weekends. Yeah, gorgeous day. Turned out being about 55-ish. There's still some snow back at my place. None over here. Yeah, but I took the jacket off when we were working. Awesome day. Well, until next week or the week after when we come back down. I think that's it. So, thanks for watching.